another video. Thanks so much for tuning in with me again. Today we are going to be working on opening and just lengthening that chest area as well as the side body area. So we're going to focus on the chest, upper back, shoulders, and again that side area. So without further ado, grab a mat and let's get started.
Bring those arms up and over and down into prayer. We're going to do this 3 times here. Inhaling and exhaling deeply as we gather all that energy to start our practice today. Make your way to the back of your mat. We are going to prepare to put our arms in what we call an archer arm pose. This is going to be a great stretch for the chest and the shoulders as well. Option to modify by using a strap in between those hands until you're able to clasp the hands together fully. Go ahead and switch sides here, bringing that left arm down with that right arm reaching towards that hand. And of course, breathing here or taking that option to modify, and of course, using those straps in between the arms or in between the hands. We are going to slide forward into a Sphinx position. Option to move those arms away from the body if the stretch is too deep here. We're going to hold here for a few breaths, just allowing that front of the body to open. We are now going to push into those forearms, making sure we have a slight bend in the elbows, coming up to a seal position and holding here for 2 breaths, breathing in very slowly and exhaling very slowly as well. Come down to those forearms and push back up for another 2 breaths. We'll do this one more time here, pushing into those forearms, extending those arms with a slight bend in the elbow, holding here for 2 breaths before coming down. We're going to come into a side seal position, so roll onto the side of the body. Stay on your forearms if this is a good enough stretch for you. However, if you are looking to go a bit deeper, extend that right arm and make sure those hips are staying on the ground while you just get that side of the body stretch. Of course, breathing here. Option to come out of that stretch, just to push right back in, seeing if you can go any further. And of course, we must do this on the other side as well, so spin around and we'll do this on our opposite side. Extending those legs, staying on that left forearm if that feels good. If not, push up and definitely feel that side stretch along the body. As you can see, my left side has a little bit more tightness than the right side does. We're going to flip on over to our backs here, rolling through each vertebrae, bringing those hands behind your head, keeping those elbows out wide. We're going to turn the body to the side, kind of crunching, if you will, to the side of the body. And if that's a deep enough stretch, please stay there. But if you are looking to go a bit deeper, bring those legs to the outside of that elbow, in this case to the outside of your left elbow, and allow the stretch to be felt on that side of the body. Bring it on in. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Bring those hands behind the head, shaping it into a banana. That's the name of this pose, actually. So we're going to come into a banana position by crunching the side of that body and bringing those legs to the outside as well for a deeper stretch. Out of that stretch and just stretch the body by extending those arms overhead and stretching those feet, possibly flexing and pointing those feet before rolling on over to your belly. We're going to do a chest opening stretch here, so rest that forehead on top of those forearms before bringing that right forearm out and then twisting that body open to get a deep chest opening stretch. Modification to place a yoga block underneath the head just to relieve some of the tension that you may be holding in that area. This will help you to find some more length in this stretch. We are going to reset, bringing those hands underneath the forehead again, resting there. Then we're going to bring our left arm out, pushing into the right arm just to get that chest to open up. Roll back through center, pushing back into a tabletop position. Just going to take a few cat-cows here, just kind of countering what we've been stretching thus far. Find your way back into the center of that tabletop position. We're going to slide back down into a Sphinx position to just prepare for that bow tie. We're going to bring that right hand a little bit behind that left arm, and then we are going to throw both hands in opposite directions. This is going to be a great shoulder stretch. Option to bring a yoga block right underneath that forehead to alleviate some of that stretch. Of course, we must do the same on the other side, so readjust back into that Sphinx position, bringing that left arm under, and of course bringing the right arm to the other side, and again breathing and taking the modification of putting the block underneath the forehead if need be. going to reset into that Sphinx position. Then we're going to find our way into a downward dog. Not going to be here very long, just going to walk it out very briefly before finding our way right back to tabletop to begin to bring that heart down to the ground. You can call this a melting heart position. We're going to bring that forehead down to the mat and just allow that back, chest, and shoulder area to open. Push back into a child's pose position, just neutralizing all those stretches we have done today. Breathing here before rolling on up. We're going to find a little flow in the center of the body. Come on up to seated. We're going to take a few hollows and arches here with that middle and upper body and just breathe here. We'll do this a few times, just finding some length within that center. And that is going to bring us to Savasana, or corpse pose, or better yet, doing nothing pose. We're going to roll on down. Remember, rolling through each vertebrae here, just allowing those hands and feet to just let go and just breathing here, thanking yourself for your practice, setting your intention for the day, and just giving yourself all the love possible. Begin to wiggle those fingers and toes, just bringing some energy back into that body before rolling onto your left side and pushing up into a seated position. That is today's chest and side body stretch. I thank you so much for stretching with me, and I hope to see you guys next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.